Welcome to Aurelius Whitlock's Murder Museum.
I'm Marcus Richardson.
And I'm Nathan Hicken.
And explain what you've done, Nathan.
Once again, Marcus, I've thrown you into a time loop. It's been 3 years since the Gala exhibit, and I felt it was time.
Funny that I immediately knew what waking up somewhere else meant. I was like,
Yep.
well, there also was a giant hourglass, so I guess I'm not that clever for figuring it out. But wow. Could I perhaps be starting out as Goldilocks right now?
As you look down at yourself, you are indeed a little girl with golden curls lying in a bed that's just right.
Am I dressed in like a nightgown?
A little blue dress akin to what girls in 1800s would wear.
Sure. How about pockets? Do I have any possessions? Anything on me?
You don't have anything on you. Alas.
Okay. So what is this room? Am I in kind of a castle-y room, or is this a house?
You are in a quaint little bedroom of a cottage variety. Feels very cozy. There's like the classic timber ceilings. You see an open wardrobe in the corner. There are 2 other beds, both bigger than the one that you're in. And there's a door in the corner.
Okay, well, I'm gonna scamper around this room real quick and see if there's anything besides the beds before I leave.
Aha. As you poke around, you find that there is some stuff in the wardrobe. You find empty hangers, so it seems like there were clothes here, but they're not hanging anymore. There's also a thick pile of string with loops on both ends of the string. The strings are about 3 feet long or so. Next to the pile of string, there's a crumpled note.
I open that up and see if it has writing.
It says, if you pull this off, things could be just right once again. And there's a little symbol of a crow's foot.
Oh, how odd. Interesting. Hey, was that black bird I saw fly past the clock tower, could it have been Corvidesh?
It was definitely giving off like crow or raven vibes.
Okay. Because I wonder if they mean pulling off something in the meta sense. Like this is a note to me, not to Goldilocks. I don't know. Can I pick up this string? Does it look like it's been like prepped for something? You know, like take this? No?
It doesn't look like it's been prepped for something. It looks like it's like a supply of some sort for whoever lives here. Something they would like to store. So you can take what if you like. It's thick string.
Yeah. I'll take some thick string. I feel like I should know what that's for. Well, I will then leave the room.
Okay. You leave the room and walk down a staircase into a cozy kitchen. Seated at the table next to a broken chair is a duck in a fedora eating a bowl of porridge. Chair was broken when I got here, I swear. He laughs. About time you woke up. I've been waiting an eternity. A full 5 minutes. I would have waken you up, but this porridge took forever to cool.
Are you Ducky?
I'm glad to see that you recognize me. He pulls out a small leather-bound book with a goose on the front and opens it up. All right, so the goal is to find the bomb, stop the laughter, and help the person at the window. I think that's it for this one.
Stop the laughter, did you say?
He checks the book. Yep, stop the laughter. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm reading that right.
Well, all right then. Are you the one who left the breadcrumbs for me?
Breadcrumbs? He flips through the book. Yes.
Why'd you have to check for that? Okay, just to put all the cards on the table, are you someone like me who has entered the murder museum and are not a character within this story?
He squints his eyes. You are Marcus, right?
Yes, and you are Ducky?
Yeah. I see. This is the first one. Okay, got it. Well, I know this is a lot to take in. Luckily for you, I'm here to help you along, at least for the next 5 minutes.
Okay. Cool. You're here to help me along. I guess that's the most important thing to know. Where should we start?
Well, he consults the book once again. I suppose it would be good to find out whose house blew up.
Who blew up?
Whose house? That's what we should figure out first. Or I guess you. I'll help for a little bit, but I do have an appointment. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, yes, let's start by... Can I see that book?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd check.
Strict instructions, sorry, I'm not allowed to give it out to anyone else. But otherwise, I can help you. How are you finding the museum in general? I feel like, Aurelius doesn't really take surveys or anything, which is a real shame, because I have some notes, personally. I don't know about you, but...
What are your notes?
Well, personally, I would like a lot less life and death situations. I would love a cruise, murder mystery, maybe light on the murder, light on the mystery, heavy on the mimosas. But that's just me.
I'm taking notes. Okay. Cool. You're right. You can make a museum that takes you to anything, portal dimensions, and we're choosing to go to the most unpleasant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad I finally found a kindred spirit, because, I've met others in here, love them to death, but they're not like us.
We're here for a good time.
Exactly. So many different things like this porridge. Oh my gosh. Incredible.
I believe it. I stick my finger in the porridge and try a little bit myself.
You try. It is really good. It is like perfect porridge, which is like fine in terms of other food, but in terms of porridge, this is high-class porridge.
Nice. Well, empowered by perfect porridge, I gesture to the door and say, well, let's get out of here then.
All right, after you. He hops off the table.
And we enter into the outside.
All right. You step outside onto a little porch leading into a quaint little village dotted with a few buildings. You see on the porch there's a potted plant with a black and pink rose. Black stem, pinkish, dusty rose. And the village, you see, is boxed in on one side by a deep forest and the castle wall on the other side. In fact, you can see the underside of the drawbridge and the outline of what you suppose is a moat. It's evening, and you can just barely see the clock tower on the other side of the castle wall, reading just around 11.
Okay. Can I look at that flower real quick?
Yeah! The rose petals are pale, dusty pink. The leaves are an ashen black-gray color, and it has thorns on it as well.
Can I pick the flower?
If you'd like.
It just seems like a pretty important flower if you're gonna mention it.
You pick the flower, and as you deposit it into your inventory, you do notice that it leaves a black residue on your fingers. You can lick those.
Like those oversized gloves that I found in the bottom of a fountain.
Strangely like that, like the perfect shade.
Yes. This is the Identify Different Dusts and Powders exhibit.
Exactly.
That was 3.
That was my first title for this, but,
Okay. And then let's look around this little town. What is happening? Is the party on this side of the wall as well?
It looks way quieter on this side. In fact, the only noise you can hear is coming from one of the buildings, which is shaped like a boot, a little closer to the castle wall. But you see one house, a little brick house, right up next to the moat. You see another brick building that has a little sign out front that says Sheriff. there's the house that you just came from, and then near the woods, there's a large manor-esque house.
Oh, wow. All right, I have options of places to go, but the one that I know for sure is going to be relevant tonight is the brick house that is near the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go there.
Okay. As you walk up to it, you see that it's a medium-sized house made of red brick. The lights in the house are off. There's no smoke coming from the chimney. It doesn't seem that there's anyone home at the moment.
Okay. Well, then I will try to break through the door.
Aha. You are a little girl, and this is a very strong door.
That feels reductive. Have you not met strong young girls? They're out there.
That's true. You're like 6. So.
Okay. All right, fine.
Regardless, even with the help of Ducky, it seems to be the store is solidly stuck.
I know that there's someone in this town named Brixton Porter. Brickley?
Brixton.
No.
Brixton Porker.
Okay, I got that right. Brixton Porker. And I'm pretty sure they're the one who would have a brick house. So I guess I'll look out for a pig. There's not any explosives around this home?
You don't see anything on the outside.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to come back here. And you said there's a commotion over at the old shoe house.
Yes, it seems like there is a plethora of little children and a bear cub running around in circles playing together.
I suppose I will head over there.
As you trot on over, the door opens and you see an old hunched woman with a couple of dogs at her feet gesture to you. I wondered where you ran off to, Goldilocks.
Hello, yes. Are we doing anything to celebrate the solstice tonight?
Oh, I let the other children stay up late, and as you can see, they're having a ball.
Yes, indeed. You know who murdered a woman in the castle? No, I don't say that. I don't know. I don't know what relevant information to ask people in these little interactions.
That's fair. That is fair.
Well, do you know of anything odd going on tonight? Have you heard anything that's gone wrong?
She narrows her eyes. Gone wrong? As far as I know, the village has been quiet. The pig and the sheriff are having their weekly card game, and the others have gone into the castle for the festivities.
Why did they lower the drawbridge? I would love to join them in there. Raise the drawbridge, excuse me.
Yes. An edict from Mother Goose herself.
She doesn't want anyone to come in or out to her party?
The old woman kind of casts her eyes about furtively. I don't know that Mother Goose is one that a little girl as yourself should be concerned about.
Why is that?
Because she's not what she appears. Stay in the village is my advice.
Since I'm a child, I'm allowed to do this. Why?
For your own good.
Why?
The castle, dearie, the castle has eyes and ears everywhere.
Why?
All right, that's enough. Go off to play with the other kids.
Okay. Is this bear cub my sibling? My adopted sibling over here?
As you approach baby bear, the small bear, we don't know their name.
The bear that's a baby.
The bear that is a baby runs over to you, and is very excited to see you. Goldie, were you taking a nap again? We've just been playing tag.
That is so fun. Who is playing? It's you and...
Well, it's me and Georgie who are it right now. You know Georgie. He's the weird one.
Georgie Porgy?
Yeah. Except he doesn't like to be called that.
Gotcha.
He points him out, and you do see there is a kid with, like, a haunted look on his face, sunken in eyes. He looks like something from out of a Tim Burton film.
Oh, okay. I guess that pulling out a plum does that to you? That's all I know about Georgie Porgy.
Putting in pie, kiss the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy ran away. Ha ha ha.
Ah, thank you.
So, obviously, making people cry will turn you into that.
Sullen figure, yes.
Yes.
Hey, Baby Bear, I think that something weird is going on today. Will you let me know if you see anything odd that happens tonight?
Yeah, of course. Do you think something cool is gonna happen in the castle?
I think something really memorable is gonna happen. And actually, 2 things to look for. 1, if you see anyone head towards that Brixton's house, will you let me know?
Yeah, I saw someone go over there earlier, but they're not there anymore.
Oh, well, great. You're already winning this game. Who went over there?
I think you did.
Oh. Reasonable. I'm consistently making myself the most suspicious person.
And now you've just asked Baby Bear to identify who has gone over to that house.
Yeah. So when this house will blow up in the next hour, they'll be like, well, I know one person was scoping out the place. All right. Well, that first one was a test, Baby Bear. Let me know the next time you see someone.
Okay.
Unless it's also me, then I don't need to hear about that.
Sounds good.
I know you guys are playing tag. I think I'm going to go tag the sheriff.
You gotta go tag. Oh, okay. Just if something cool happens, come get me because I really want to come. I wasn't allowed to go to the festival, and Mom paused this be as much as fun as inside, but I don't know about that.
Yeah. Why do you think Mom got invited and not the old lady who lives in the shoe?
Mama Dad got Mama Bear, Papa Bear got an invitation. I don't know about Mrs. Hubbard. She's really nice, but she kind of scares me, so I don't really talk to her very much.
I understand that. Well, I'm off to the sheriff, so I'll see you later. But yeah, we're gonna keep each other in the loop.
Okay. He runs back to join Georgie Porgy.
Nice. I am curious about Brixton and the sheriff playing their card game, so I think I'll head to the sheriff's office.
Okay. You head to the sheriff's office. It's a one small room building facing the cobblestone street. As you step inside, it feels very reminiscent to an old Wild West sheriff's office. There's a small single card table and an empty jail cell. The jail cell contains a small bucket, and you even notice that a couple of the bars are just sitting on the ground. At the card table is a pig in large overalls and a yellow hard hat. Across from him is an old man with a long white beard, fast asleep. There's a card game going on. Along the walls of the office are wanted posters.
You're telling me this person is asleep, but that they're playing a card game?
The old man is holding a deck of a hand of cards in his hand, but he is asleep. But the pig is awake.
Mrs. Porker?
It looks male. There's tusks.
Okay. Mr. Porker, how can you play with a sheriff if they're asleep?
Oh. Why, hello there. I didn't see you come in. Well, it's fairly easy. He taps the deck of cards on the table. It's a little something like this. He looks at his hand, makes a grimace, and then reaches out and plucks the cards from the sleeping man's hands. After a moment, he rearranges both hands and puts one back in the man's fist. The pig then slams a ham hock onto the table, and the old man startles awake. Your go, Sheriff. The sheriff yawns. I got me a rum hand.
I consider, again, using my child card to just say, I think that he just cheated. But instead of doing that, I'm not going to do that. Don't want to be on the bad side of this pig. I'm going to wander over to that bucket in the jail cell. What is the purpose of a bucket if not for me to look at that bucket?
That's true. You look at the bucket. It looks like this is an emergency bucket in case someone has to stay overnight in a jail cell.
Oh. Well, all right.
Fair enough.
They can't all be winners. Okay.
Alas.
I'll go back and I'll say, Mr. Sheriff, have you heard of anything odd going on tonight?
Like the festival that's going on in the castle?
Yeah, like anything weird? Any conspiracies?
Conspiracies? You don't think the gingerbread man? You don't think he's out and about tonight?
I think there's a high probability that he gonna get eaten.
Oh, well, that would do you and me a lot of good. Save me a lot of trouble.
I'm gonna look over at the wanted posters. Is the gingerbread man one of them?
Indeed it is. In fact, Marcus, you can go ahead and open an image labeled posters.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, I can see there are 4 posters on this wanted wall. They slightly cover each other. One of them says, The Gingerbread Man, wanted for theft, taunting, breaking and entering, and evading capture. He looks like an evil gingerbread man. Scary eyes. Also wanted, Cinderella, appearance birthmark of a flame on shoulder. Wanted for grand larceny, political espionage, and conspiracy. Ooh. Also wanted Hilltop Giants, wanted for threats of bread making, battery, and murder. And finally, the Huntsman, without a picture, appearance unknown, wanted on charges of mercenarial work, political assassination, and crossbowing without a license. Political assassination? Who has the Huntsman killed? That's crazy. Well, I guess add to my list of things that I can do to every person. 1, lick. 2, have reveal shoulder to see if there's a birthmark. Add to my list of socially unacceptable things to do to strangers.
I bet you can get away with it here. Perfect. They might be candy. You don't know. Anyone in this exhibit?
Might be candy. Oh, man. I'm so happy that we're setting myself up for when I do meet the gingerbread man. I know what I'm going to do. I have a good reason. Well, it's good to see these posters. Nathan, remind me, as Little Boy Blue in the clock tower, I saw one or several giants.
You saw one falling.
I saw one giant, and did I see where it came from?
The sky.
The sky. Dang. Okay. Mr. Porker, is your house safe?
My house? Well, I built that house with my own 2 hands, and it's about the safest place in town. I got it certified by the building inspector, and me and my 2 other siblings will live there. We've lived there for quite some time now.
Why don't you live in a house that one of your siblings built?
Well, to be honest with you, the other 2 ain't got quite the construction-mindedness that I have, and their first 2 attempts did not go so well. They certainly did not pass inspection.
I understand. Well, I think that maybe you should be getting home. I don't feel like today is a very safe night, and it might be better if you keep your house safe.
He waves it off. Nah, I got my poker night with the sheriff here. We do this every week at the same time. I certainly ain't gonna miss this, Missy.
You're telling me you always go here at the same time and people know that your house is unattended at that time?
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds downright suspicious.
Well, I'm just pointing out that even old Mother Hubbard knew exactly where you'd be and how long you'd be here, so sounds like a great time to rob you. In fact, I head towards the door.
Now, hold on there. Are you saying you intend to rob my house?
I'm saying that something could go wrong, and maybe you should return there.
Feels like a threat. What do you think, Sheriff? The sheriff has dozed off again. Dadgummit, Sheriff! He shakes him awake.
I don't think I have many tools in my arsenal besides vague threats of what's to come, so
fair.
I might leave these people knowing a little bit more about wanted posters, but otherwise not gaining much from this encounter.
Fair enough.
Now, here in the village, there's also a large mansion. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll go to the mansion then, just as a point of interest.
Aha. You go to the mansion, and there's a very intimidating door knocker in the shape of like a wolf's head that you can knock if you so choose.
Ooh, scary. Ducky, are you going to keep me safe?
Sorry, Marcus. I actually, that's about as much time as I have. So, unless you have any further questions, I really have to fly.
My question is, how many nights am I going to get?
I can't tell you that. That'd spoil all the fun.
Can you tell me when I need to figure this out by?
Well, ideally, before the big egg takes a tumble.
Well, all right. I want one more question.
Oh.
Are you off to meet me in a different body?
Oh, you'll see shortly, won't you?
I suppose so.
Right, now, one final piece of advice. From one interloper to another, there's always more than one way into a house than the door.
Well, now you tell me that. We tried to get into the brick house and you were useless.
Well, just a little nudge.
Well, all
I'll
right.
see you around.
Thanks, Ducky.
He flies off.
Well, with that information in mind, can I scope out this house and see if there's maybe a better way than just knocking?
Yeah. Okay, so you peek around the side. You do see an open window by a kitchen from where you can see a very nice, posh kitchen, like fancy appliances, cupboards, whatnot. But you see a wolf dressed in a scarlet robe, wearing reading glasses, looking at a newspaper of sorts. He has a newspaper in one hand, and in the other he has a brush, and he's absentmindedly washing his feet in a basin of sorts.
I see. Does it feel... I mean, it doesn't sound like it would be good for me to sneak in through that window, especially if I don't know why I want to.
I mean, he would definitely see you for sure.
Okay. Any other methods of entry, or should I just ignore Ducky and go through the door?
I think this is a go through the door.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll go back to the door, and I guess I'll knock.
You knock on the door. You hear a slight pattering sound as someone scrabbles to the front door, and a moment later, it's opened by the wolf in the scarlet robe wearing the glasses. He stares at you in confusion. I'm sorry, what can I do for you?
I'm offering Bear Scout cookies, and was wondering if you would like to sign up for me to deliver them another day.
Oh, yes, of course. Come in. Let me grab my check from for the kitchen. My feet are getting cold. Come on. He walks you into the spacious kitchen, which is even more posh now that you're inside. You notice that as you're walking through the house, there's various mining paraphernalia scattered around. This feels like a very eclectic manor. He starts rummaging through a drawer, looking for what you presume is a check. He gestures to the basin of water. Forgive it, I'm feeling a little under the weather, and the warm water is good for my joints. Now, where was that pen? He takes off his reading glasses. There we are. All the better to see you with. He picks up a pen and starts scribbling something on a check. Now, just the Bear Scout organization, I assume?
That's right. Yep.
Still, 25 gold a month?
Exactly that much, yes.
Perfect.
I wish Ducky was still here, because I'm not sure why I'm here. I guess I'll just confront. I'll say, now, why were you washing your feet? Was there something that you did that you don't want people to know about?
You really come out swinging. I was out and about in my garden, and it's a little muddy. It rained recently, and so I, some warm water and a brush, Anyway, that check.
Do you know who was invited to the party inside?
Well, most everyone was given an invitation, as Mother Goose insisted that all who could come would. But myself and some others decided we'd rather spend our time with our things that make us happy. For me, that's reading the evening paper. For others, it's playing poker or watching children.
Do you have the paper? Can I read it?
Sure. He hands you the paper. It seems fairly mundane. There is an article about the Midnight Masquerade that it's going on. Again, encouraging all citizens to attend. Talks about the rallying speech given by Humpty Dumpty himself. It also talks about how some people have received special invitations to a ball inside the castle. But it does not look like Little Boy Blue had one of those invitations.
Would you say is there any indications about Mother Goose in the article? Like, the way it talks about her, is it very much like our glorious leader?
Yes, it is very much like a revered, charming, magnetic personality, magnanimous Mother Goose. It's flowery, it's rich language. She is highly lauded in this paper.
Well, thank you for your donation. I mean, your payment for cookies.
Anytime, and I'm excited to get the newest flavors and everything. So I'll see you by the end of the next week.
That's right. Yep.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
Okay. I guess I'll leave.
You leave, leaving a wolf who now has expectations from a little girl. And a wolf who, always is reasonable when it comes to little girls in their general vicinity. So, yeah.
Good. Yep. Setting up some great things for the future. Okay, I feel like I know now the people, the characters that have decided not to attend. Where am I on time? Are we about at the kaboom?
It is nearing Humpty's speech.
Okay. I guess I don't know what to do besides wait by the brick house and see what happens.
You go back to the brick house. It's still dark. There's still no smoke coming from the chimney. No one's home. You do notice that it is quite muddy on one side of the house. Where are you waiting, I guess?
Well, I know it's by the wall. I don't really know spatially what else is going on around here.
Like front of the house, back of the house, side of the house.
The back of the house, because I assume Baby Bear can see the front.
You assume correctly. As you turn around, you can just make out a little bear-like figure in the distance. You go behind the house, and it seems that the woods come up pretty near to the back of the house. You see a little garden. There's some bushes, raspberry bushes and whatnot. They're kind of prickly. You notice that there's a little tuft of gray stuck to the raspberry bush.
I look closer.
You look closer and you see there's also a ladder shoved under this raspberry bush.
I put the ladder up against the house. Does it let me get into a second story window?
The ladder is perfect height to let you onto the roof, from which you can peer down the chimney and into the depths of the home. Marcus, this is Three Little Pigs' house. You have to go in through the chimney.
I shall try.
It's pretty easy for a girl of 6 years old to shimmy down. You would imagine that would be slightly more difficult were one larger and or covered in gray fur or green fur if you're the Grinch. But you tumble in to a kitchen.
Okay, I look around.
As you look around, you notice that there's mud kind of scattered on the tiles, some muddy footprints. There's also rows of cages hanging from the ceiling with a small amount of that same glowing dust at the bottom of the cage that you saw in the dead woman's hair.
Oh my. First of all, are these footsteps on the ground wolfish? Wolfine? Lupine?
Oh my, what big footprints they are.
Okay. Noted. And you're telling me this dust is inside, like, what kind of cages do you mean?
Imagine like a bird cage.
So bird cages that just have dust on the bottom of them?
Yeah. Like there was something in it that was leaking dust or something, but not anymore.
So there could have been fairies in here. All three pigs live here. Maybe they're generating fairy dust for harvest because I spotted sticklebees bag of this stuff at their booth. So, something to ponder.
Yes. As you're investigating the bird cages, you hear a small sound. A faint laughter, actually. It seems to be coming from a different room.
I will head towards the laughter.
You follow the laughter to a small loft, whereupon there is a nightstand with a small candle next to a glass box. The glass box is attached to 3 sticks of dynamite. The laughter is coming from within the box. You peer closely to see a small kidney bean holding a book and laughing its head off.
What the?
It spots you. I just heard the greatest one. Okay. What do you call a traitorous Humpty Dumpty?
What?
Eggs Benedict Arnold! The bean bursts into laughter, and as it laughs, you notice that it's getting bigger. In fact, it's already expanded noticeably since you started watching it. And you notice there's a small pressure plate built into the top of the box. Any increasing amount of pressure would flick that plate.
You're telling me there's a magic bean here, and it is a detonation where the bean, when it gets large enough, activates the dynamite.
That sounds very likely.
You're also telling me this bean is reading a joke book?
Oh yeah, as you squint at it, you can see it says Ye Olde Joke Book or whatever.
What the heck? I'm gonna knock on the glass and say, hey, quit reading that right now.
It waves you away. This is just too good. What do you call the 3 little pigs at a slumber party? Pigs in a blanket.
I'm telling you, quit reading. I'm gonna point at the dynamite. Look.
It takes no notice of the dynamite and just keeps reading and laughing its head off and getting larger and larger.
Can I disconnect the dynamite from the pressure plate?
Were you a bomb expert? Yes. As you are a 6-year-old girl, I don't think that you would be able to do that. But there is some way to get the bean to stop laughing.
Dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies.
There's none of that in there. How do you keep your home safe from child burglars? You use Goldilocks. The bean is off the rails. It is having the time of its life.
Nathan, am I equipped with what I need to harsh this bean's mellow?
You
or
are.
Not at this. I am.
There is a way to get the bean to stop reading the book.
Are there any holes in this box?
No. It is sealed tight.
Can I pick up the box?
As you pick up the box, you nudge the candle that's next to the bean, and it flickers. It wavers for a moment.
Is there any way I can use this candle to cook the bean?
Try to kill the bean before he explodes. I would say that cooking the bean would probably make him explode earlier and quicken the detonation, which is rapidly becoming dangerous and imminent, I suppose. But the candle does feel important.
Okay. Listeners, submit your entries now. How do you use a candle? I need help. Answer this question.
We'll open up the listener hotline.
I could type into Discord right now and say, quick, how do you use a candle to stop a magic bean from reading a book? This is serious, dang it.
That'd be really funny. The candle is the only source of light in the whole house.
I blow out the candle.
You blow out the candle. As you turn off the lights, pitch darkness descends, and the bean gives an upset, "Hey, who turned out the lights?" But he stops laughing, and you feel that the danger is now decreasing in imminency, and you have successfully saved the day.
Together they crested the hill, and knocked on the doors of the castle.